In the village of Fermia, where cobbled lanes wound between cottages of moss-topped stone, people often spoke of the hollow tree at the edge of the fields. It was ancient, its bark split with deep scars, its center hollowed by time and storms. Most saw it as nothing more than a landmark, but children whispered that it held a secret doorway, and elders warned never to linger there after dusk. Elira, a weaver's daughter, passed it each morning on her way to market. She had grown up hearing the warnings, but one autumn evening, when the air was crisp and the sun bled gold into the horizon, she heard something new, a faint hum, like a harp string plucked from within the tree. She paused, drawn closer. The sound carried a warmth that tugged at her chest, like a memory she had forgotten. She placed her hand on the bark. It thrummed under her palm, and the hollow opened wider, revealing not darkness but a soft glow, like moonlight trapped inside. Before she could question herself, Elira stepped through. She found herself in a forest, both familiar and strange. Fermia's fields stretched in the distance, yet everything shimmered as if dusted with silver. Creatures she had only seen in tapestries moved between the trees, foxes with feathered tails, birds with scales like gemstones, and a stag whose antlers glowed faintly. At the heart of this mirrored world, a figure waited. The figure was cloaked in twilight, neither man nor woman, their face shifting like water. "You've answered the call," they said in a voice layered with many tones. "This tree bridges what was and what is. Each generation, one soul is chosen to tend its passage. Tonight, it is you." Elira's breath caught. She was no hero, no scholar, only a weaver. Yet, as the figure handed her a spool of silver thread, she understood. Her task was not to fight or command, but to weave the fraying edges of the two worlds, to keep them from unraveling. When she returned to Fermia, the hollow tree stood silent once more. No one believed her tale, though some noticed that her tapestries began to change. They held patterns that shifted in the light, glimmers of creatures no one had seen in centuries. And though no villager could say why, the harvests grew richer, the winters kinder, and the air always carried the faintest note of harp-string song. Elira never spoke again of the silver forest, but each night, beneath the quiet hum of the hollow tree, she wove binding her world and the hidden one, thread by glowing thread.